All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Strength and Balance on this rainy Thursday morning. We are going to warm up on our feet, then we'll come down to the floor. We'll stay on the floor for a little bit. We'll do some bridges, some stuff on the floor to warm up the hips. Then we're coming back up to your feet. When we come back up to your feet, we will be using some weights for some lower body exercises. So grab some weight for lower body. If you have issues with the hips or the knees, then you can do these exercises without weights, depending on how you feel. Then we'll make our way back down to the floor, and we will take the weights with us. We may or may not use them on the floor depending on time, but we might use them on the floor for a little pushing and a little weighted bridges. So make sure we have weights nearby. Also grab a chair if you don't have one nearby. Water, hydrate. And like always, make sure you listen to your body. If I say 10 repetitions of something and you can only do 5 with perfect form, I don't want you to do any more than 5 because the most important thing is perfect form. Okay, so form first, then you can add the repetitions once that form is perfect. Okay, without further ado, let me turn the music on and we'll warm up. This is a fun song. All right. We're going to start off with those big circles with the arms, alternate sides. Warm up the shoulders. Let's do one more each side. Then we'll take those big circles in the opposite direction. Again, full range of motion. Just focus on the range of motion that you have right now. Each time we go around, try to get a little bit of a bigger circle. One more each side. Then take a deep breath in through the nose. And we can exhale out through the mouth. Stop the arms at shoulder height. Palms facing the floor, so the palms are facing down, and small circles in one direction. And the opposite direction. And release. Roll the shoulders back all the way up, around and down. Up, around and down. Try to get as much range of motion that you can with the shoulders. Keep going. One more. And take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Alternate. Let's bring those arms overhead, left and right. We want to come up on that same toe, so we are shifting our weight from one leg to the other. Uh-oh, my internet's unstable. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna try to create a hot spot. Hopefully, it'll be fine. I don't know why it's not working now. Let's see. Let's bring your arms across. Twist through that torso. Why is that not working now? Well, here I am. All right. You might have lost me for a second. Hopefully I'm back. So we're going to go all the way around. So 2 overhead, and 2 across. Hopefully my internet will be fine now that I created a hotspot with my phone. Cross our fingers. Maybe it's the weather. I don't know. Make sure we pivot on that back toe as we reach across. One more all the way around. And take one more deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. We are now going to make our way down to the floor on our back. So right away down to the floor. We're going to stay down here, like I said, for a bit. So if you need water or anything, please grab some. We will come back up to our feet and then back down. So we'll up and down, up and down. All right, so come on down on your back. A strong pelvic tilt. We are going to start off with your feet about hip width distance apart. Pelvic tilt, core is tight. 10 bridges, please. So we are going to lift the hips up into a bridge, squeeze at the top, and slowly lower back on down. That's 1. And 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And that's 10. When you finish your 10, we can extend both legs long. Still a strong pelvic tilt. Now we are going to keep that core nice and tight. Extend, flex your right foot and lift that right leg up as high as you can, keeping a straight leg and keeping a nice strong core. Then point the toes and come back down. 10 on the right, and then we'll switch and go right into 10 on the left. This is 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Keep your hips square. 9. We have one more on this side. And keep that right leg down, and we'll go right into the left. Flex the left foot up, point the toes, come back down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. That's 10. Now we are going to bend both knees and cross your right ankle over left knee. We are going to shoot for 10 single leg bridges. Hips square, shoulders square, abdomen is tight, pressing through your left heel. Lift the hips up and then slowly come back down. That's 1. And 2. 3. 4. 5. Try to squeeze at the top. We're halfway there. 6. 7. 8. 9. That's 10. Uncross and then right away to the opposite side. Lifting up on that right foot, pressing through the heel, lift the hips up. Hips are square. That is 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. And that is 10. You can release and uncross. Bring both arms out at shoulder height. Drop the knees over to the right. Head comes to the left. And then slowly bring the knees over to the left. Head goes to the right. Let's come back to center, back to those bridges. Open your feet up nice and wide for that wide stance bridge. Abdomen is tight, pelvic tilt. We are going to lift the hips up, making sure we have a little external rotation at the top, so we don't want the knees to come in. We want to squeeze the butt at the top and then slowly come back down. That's 1. We're going for 10. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 1 more. That is 10. You can release and pull both knees in towards your chest. Hug them in, rock side to side. From here, we are going to roll over to your left side for your clamshells. So roll on over to the left. Feet are stacked, knees are bent, hips are square, shoulders are square. Pull the belly button in towards your spine. Then we are going to lift that right knee up, keeping the feet together, and then bring that knee back on down. Slow and control. Control it up and control it down. That was 1. We're going for 10. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. One more. That's 10. We are going to stay on this side and extend both legs long. Flex both feet. Again, hips are square. We're going to press out through that right heel and turn the right toes down slightly, which means we're lifting that heel up towards the ceiling. We are lifting and bringing the foot a little bit farther back than the bottom foot. So we are going to lift up and down, lateral leg lifts for 10, please. So lift up and squeeze, then come back on down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more. That's 10. Roll on over to the right side now. I'm going to flip over so I'm still facing you. Clamshells first. So we have 10 clamshells. Knees are bent, feet are stacked, hips are square, abdomen is tight. And we are lifting that left knee up now for 10. So lift the left knee up and then slowly come back down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take your time. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Extend both legs long, flex your feet. Again, so the top leg, so my left leg, I'm going to flex the foot, bring that leg back a little bit, toes down, press up through the heel so the heel will be up towards the ceiling. And 10 lateral leg lifts, up and oops, down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We are going to release and roll on over to your stomach and push back into child's pose. Hold here. Then we will go up into that hydrant. So hands and knees. We are going to start on the right. Let me spin around. We're going to start on the right. So first of all, wrist is in line with shoulder. Knees in line with hips. Make sure we're not on the top of the hip. We want to tuck the toes. Abdomen is tight. And now we are lifting that right knee open to the right. Lift up and down. That's 1. We're going for 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. When you're ready, we can go right into the opposite side. Left for 10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We are going to release and come on down flat on your stomach and up into that Superman. So here we can either add opposite arm with your opposite leg, or bring both arms and both legs up for 10. So when you're ready, we are going to lift up and squeeze, and down. That's 1, 2, pause at the top, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is 10. You can release, push back into child's pose, relax that low back here. And when you are ready, you can come up to your feet, come on up to standing. Come on up, you can grab some water if you need. Grab some water, grab your weights, and grab a chair. So we do not need the weights yet. We're going to start off with a little bit of balance and a little bit more of that hip mobility. So we're going to stabilize here on one leg, preferably the leg that's closer to the chair. You can hold on to a chair, or if you prefer to hold on to a wall or pole or something else that you have nearby, that's fine too. So we are going to stabilize on that leg. We are going to go right into your hip circles on that left side. So we are going to bring that knee up, around, and down. That is 1. We are going for 8 in this direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now the opposite direction. Think fluid motion. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Stay here. We are going to take that left leg, swing it forward and back for 8. So straight leg forward and back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We can kick it out a little bit. We're going to move to the other side. Other side. So now we're going to stabilize on that left leg. Soft, natural bend in the left knee. And we are going to go into 8 hip circles on the right. So we are starting off with that knee coming up, forward, around, and back down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last 1. Now the opposite direction. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one is 8. And then that last one, we have those leg swings forward and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is your last one. Now, we are going to move the chair aside. We're going to start off with sit to stands with no weight. So you can place the weights under the chair. We want to perfect that form first, which means we are doing a bunch of sit to stand. So if you have issues with the knees or hips, you might want to think about doing less, but that's up to you. Do as many as you can this time, see how you feel. So we want to tap the butt down. Feet are open wider than the hips. Make sure you push your butt back. Chest is up and all the way up. That is 1. We are going for 10. So chest up and 2. Just tap the butt. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is number 10. Now we are going to go right into your good mornings. So those good mornings, we are going to keep the hands up, elbows out to the side, hips square, shoulders square, abdomen is tight, soft bend in the knee, but keep a relatively straight leg. Push the butt back with a flat back, think posture, and hips forward. That's 1. 2. We should feel this down the hamstrings. 3, 4, keep the chest up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, we're going to go back to the sit to stands. If you felt comfortable with the sit to stands with no weight, we are going to add weight. You can always add 1 weight or both, depending on what you need. If you would like 1 weight, we are going to hold that weight right in front of the chest, keeping the weight close to the chest, which makes it harder, and then stand up and sit down. Or you can take both weights, elbows down, keep the weights right in front of the shoulders, which is what I'm going to do. Hold here. Same thing, open the feet up wider than the hips. Abdomen is tight. We are standing up and then tapping the butt back down. This is 2. 3. If you are using weight, you might realize that you might not be able to do, this is 4, as many repetitions. So be mindful of the repetitions and the weight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's 10. We are going to do the same thing with those good mornings. So if you don't want to use the weight, if you felt it in the back, or if it felt fine, but you didn't feel it in the hamstring, I do not want you to use weight. You must feel it in the hamstring. If you don't feel it in the hamstring, you're not doing it right. So make sure your form is perfect before we add weight. Okay, so you can go back to 10 good mornings, or we can get into 10 stiff leg deadlifts. So if you are using weight, I like to slide my thumb down my leg. So I have contact with my thumb and my leg the whole time. Chest stays up, butt goes back. Down, and up. That's 1. 2. We want to again feel this in the hamstring. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. One more. And 10. You can take a second. We are going through those 2 exercises one last time through. So back to your sit to stands. We're shooting for 10 repetitions. So weights or no weights. If you felt strong with the weights and could do the weights, please stick with the weights. If you feel like you can do more repetitions with perfect form, please do so now. If not, do less now, whatever feels appropriate for you. But this will be our last set of each, the sit to stands and the stiff leg deadlifts. Okay, weights or no weights, your choice. But don't be lazy. Make sure you challenge yourself, right? Right? All right, last set. Abdomen is tight, down and up. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. And that's 10. We are going to go right into those good mornings or stiff leg deadlifts. Again, form is key here. So do as many as is appropriate for you. We want to, again, feel it in the hamstrings, keeping that core tight. One last set up to 10 or more if your form's good and you're feeling strong. After this, we are coming back down to the floor. Abdomen is tight and begin. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. And 10. So we are going to keep the weights near our mat. We can move the chair out of the way. Grab some water if you need it. We will stay the remainder of class down on the mat. So grab water. Just know that we'll stay the remainder of class down on the floor. And we are going to come on down on your back. On your back, your feet are flat on the floor. Weights will be in your hand. Abdomen is nice and tight. So we are going to go right into that traditional chest press, which means that we don't want the elbows out to the side. We want the elbows at about 45 degrees. And we also want the weights to be angled at 45 degrees. Pelvic tilt, core is tight, shoulders are down. We're going to press straight up, punch the ceiling, and then slowly come back down. That is 1. We are going for 10. Let's begin. 2. 3. Keep a nice straight wrist. 4. Take your time and control. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, one more. That is 10. Now we are going to take these weights and place them right on the hips. Make sure we hold the weights here. We don't want to just let them rest. We want to actually hold them right on the hips. Abdomen is tight, pelvic tilt. We are going to go back into your bridges. So here we're having that traditional stance at feet about hip width distance apart. Pelvic tilt, abdomen is tight. Lift the hips up. Pause at the top, squeeze, and then slowly lower down. That's 1. We're going for 10. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And that's 10. You can release. Now we are going to go into your single arm chest press. So same thing like we did with both arms coming up, but this time we're only going to have one weight in your hand. So the right elbow's out at about 45 degrees. We're going to punch straight up and back down. Abdomen is tight. And we are going for 10 on the right and then 10 on the left. Let's begin. Press up and down. That is 1. Make sure you keep your hips square, shoulders square. 2. Take your time. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And that's 10. You can release. Now, when we bring the weight over to the left, you can either grab the other weight, or if you transfer the same weight, just make sure it's over your stomach and your arms are down. Then pressing up and down. That's 1 on the opposite side. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. That is 10. Now we are going to take both weights and place them back on the hips with a wide stance this time for that nice wide bridge. Abdomen is tight. Last set of 10 bridges. Pelvic tilt, core is tight. Lift up and down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. That's 10. You can release. One last set of those chest presses. This time that neutral grip chest press. So tuck the elbows into your sides. Now the palms are facing each other. Make sure that we don't rest the weights down. We want to keep the wrist in line with elbow. Core is tight, elbows in, and then we are pressing straight up and back down. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more. And that is 10. You can place the weights aside and take your time. We're going to roll over to your stomach. I'm going to grab my timer. You know what that means. We are going to start off with a plank. And we are not done working those arms and shoulders, which means we are going to do a high plank first. So take your time, flip over to your stomach. I'm going to show you that high plank. Go over form, then we'll all get into it together. So that high plank, wrist is in line with your shoulder. Make sure they both are. From here, we are going to step one leg back and then the opposite leg back, and we are holding here. Shoulders are down. The good news is we are only doing 30 seconds of this high plank. So let's get ready. 30 seconds, high plank, up and hold, please. Abdomen is tight, shoulders down. Pull the belly button up towards your spine. Hips and shoulders are square. Make sure you keep breathing. And release. You can push on back into child's pose, butt back over heels. Relax here for a second. Then we are going to come up right into that bird dog. So we will do a static hold bird dog, 30 seconds aside. That tabletop position, so hands and knees, tuck the toes, abdomen is tight. We'll start off with that right arm forward, left leg back, and let's hold 30 seconds. So your right palm is face in. We are pressing out through that left heel. We want to keep a nice straight left leg. We are halfway home, 15 more seconds to go. Hips and shoulders are square. And release. Right away, we are going to go into the opposite side. Left arm forward, right leg back. Let's come up and hold. So same thing here. Left palm is face in, flexing that right foot. Hips and shoulders are square. Halfway home, 15 more seconds to go. And release. Release. You can push on back into child's pose. Look back over heels. Take your time. So we are going to go back into those 3 exercises one more time. Well, the plank and the bird dog. 30 seconds each. The plank, we will be doing a low plank this time. So forearm plank, make sure your elbow is in line with shoulder. Make sure that the forearms are parallel. So we don't want to hold hands. We want to keep those forearms parallel. Same thing, abdomen is tight, hips and shoulders are square. We have 30 seconds. Up and hold, please. Nice flat back. Shoulders are down, abdomen is tight. Halfway home, we have 15 more seconds. And release. You can push on back into child's pose and take a second. Then we're going to come back up into that bird dog. This time, if you can't tell, we are going to go into a dynamic bird dog. So we'll start on the left side, left arm forward, right leg back, and then we'll bring the left elbow back and the right knee forward for that dynamic bird dog. We will be going for 30 seconds. So left arm forward, right leg back, slow and controlled. Let's begin. So pull in, square, and then extend long. No need to count. We want to go nice and slow, focusing on that form, keeping the body nice and strong and tight as we come in, and then extend long again. We have 10 more seconds. And release. We can flip right on over to the opposite side, right arm forward, left leg back. Let's begin. Last one, and release. You can push on back into child's pose, but back over heels. Really focus on trying to get your butt down, touching the heels. When the butt is as close to the heels as possible, then we are going to extend the arms as far forward as possible, but make sure we don't lift the butt up. We want to keep the butt down. From here, we are going to walk the hands over to the left and hold. And walk the arms over to the right and hold. Back to center. And come on up to that tabletop position for your cat-cow. Arch and sway. We want to get as much flexion in the spine that you can. And come down flat on your stomach. Bring the elbows back next to the chest and lift up into that cobra. So hips stay down, chest comes up. And release. We are going to rest your head down on that right hand and reach for that left ankle, pulling the left heel back towards your butt for your quadricep stretch. Like always, if you need to, you can roll over to the side and then roll forward, or just stay on the side, whatever the range of motion, you have. Then the other side you can release. Cat's eating my hair. You can release and flip over to your back. Take your time coming over. When you are on your back, you can extend both arms long, both legs long, reach in opposite directions. Release, bend both knees, arms out at shoulder height, drop the knees over to the right, head comes to the left, and hold. And the other side, and hold. Back to center. Cross that right ankle over left knee. Reach behind your left knee, pull the left knee in towards your chest. That right knee will fall open to the right and push it out to the right. So we feel this right in the piriformis and the hip. And release. Opposite side, cross your left ankle over right knee. Let the left knee fall open to the left. Then reach behind that right knee and pull the right knee in. And release. Extend both legs long again. Then when you're ready, you can pull your right knee in towards your chest. Hug the right knee in and make big circles with that right foot in one direction. Same foot, opposite direction. Then extend that leg, the bottom of that right foot up towards the ceiling. Flex that foot, pull that straight right leg towards your chest for your hamstring stretch. And release. Extend that leg long, pull the left knee in, and let's circle that left foot in one direction. Same foot, opposite direction. And release, extend that bottom of the left foot up towards the ceiling. Pull back on that straight leg for your hamstring stretch now on the left. And release. You can sit up on your butt, extend both legs long. Hands can start behind you. Flex your feet. Then walk your hands as far forward as you can. If you don't need to brace on them behind your back, I'd like you to reach forward and try to reach as far as close to your toes as you can. And release. Sit however you are comfortable. If you prefer to stand, you can come up to standing. Take your time. When you are ready, you can roll those shoulders back. And bring your arms down to the by your side if you're standing, or to your lap if you're sitting. Take your head, look to the left, and drop your chin. And to the right, drop your chin. Back to center. Bring your arms out at shoulder height, palms up towards the ceiling. Look up, push the thumbs back. Open the chest, drop the shoulders. And release. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. 2 more. Last one. Good job today, everybody. Have a good weekend. Watch out for the weights if they're on the floor.